This is an Average Joe media production.
Yeah, welcome back.
It's the corner kid, you dig?
Season 4 of the Average Joe Show. Thoughts of an average Joe. So tell me how you down. Are you down? Yeah. So tell me how you down. Remember season 1 was your favorite episode. Tell me how you down. Back in season 2, we talked about what's good for you. Are you down? We lost a lot in season 3, but I hope you stay down with me, yeah. Tell me how you down. Tell me how you down. Season 4 of an average Joe. Yeah. Tell me how you down. Tell me how you down. Yeah. It's the Average Joe Show. Tell me how you down. Tell me how you down. Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of Thoughts of an Average Joe podcast. It is Taroy, your favorite Average Joe here. How is everybody? Doing today? I'm doing all right. I'm here. I'm blessed. I'm more than likely out of my semi-functional depression, right? That's what I want to talk about today. Before that, obviously, if I'm doing that, my mental is better now than where it was before. It's my mental straight. I can't complain. Wish I had a job, but I can't really complain. So nothing too crazy. But today, right, I wanted to touch on semi-functional depression. And some people go through this, some people don't. So for me, right, I go through this whenever, like, let's say, like, I lose a job and don't really have a plan. So for some people that know, some people that don't know, like, I had a job. They decided not to renew the contract. They let almost basically everybody go without us letting us finish the remainder of the contract. Because if I could finish the remainder of the contract, I would have been in a much better headspace than where I was now. Because I had a legit plan. I was like, all right, take care of August and September bills. You know what I'm saying? Have couple grand in the bank, it'd be fine. But that didn't happen, and this was probably I knew this was the first job like I really, really liked, you know? Like, I mean, I liked other jobs, but I really liked this job. So I was hoping and praying I would have went on to the next wave. That didn't happen. And it was just like, damn, like, what's next? And because I didn't really have a plan B, I went into a semi-functional depression state because now, granted, I am blessed that I was able to have August bills taken care of. Like, I am blessed because if you would have asked me a few years ago, that would have been a no, and then we would have been, you know, wherever we were at. But I don't know. I just feel like I would have been in a better space. So then I ended up going to the semi-functional depression. And basically what that is, and I normally go through it like once a year, but it normally always happens around my birthday for whatever reason. But basically, like, I was functional. I would still get up, but I wouldn't leave the house. Like, I had a barber haircut appointment. I canceled on that twice. I didn't want to leave the house to go outside. I would just take a shower, be here. I didn't really want to create any content. I was just like in this funk. And I didn't really know how to get out of it. Some people saw it coming before I did. I had a friend, she was like, yeah, you go through this all the time, or at least around your birthday, so just be careful. You know, try to make yourself active before you get into that depressive state. And I didn't listen because I didn't think I was going to be like all right. Because originally, if they would have let us work the end of the contract, I would have had August and September bills paid, and I wouldn't have gone at least start looking for a job till like maybe September for October. But that didn't happen. And because that didn't happen, like I wasn't stressing, but it was just like, all right, what's really the next goal? Because I really wanted to take, originally I was going to take the rest of August and September and kind of travel and create content. That would have been my main focus before I went back to work, right? But that just, it didn't happen like I thought it did. And now I'm really just trying to figure out what the next steps are. Like I think I'm back to creating content. I'm still a little stressed about the whole job situation because it's like, all right, September is right around the corner, and I don't even got no leads yet. I've been applying places, but nothing's really been sticking. So, but I'm sure God to provide for all that and work it out. But it just sucks because it was like, I still have a plan of I want to move out. A lot of people don't think I want to move out, but I don't want to be like 34 in my parents' house, Like, who wants to do that? I know I don't. I definitely don't want to be 34 in my parents' house. I don't want to be 34 in my parents' house. I don't want to be, I want to move out and be able to start my own life. I want to be able to start my own life, see what I can do out there. Because I only moved out like twice, college, and then I moved out again. When I was younger, y'all know when I moved out, but then the guy messed up, so I had to move back home, and I've been home since. And it's, I want to move out or either move out by myself or get a roommate, one of the two, because the inflation, is ridiculous. Like, people out here paying like $2,000 for like a 2-2. Like, that's wild. Like, and people aren't paying like that. That's why, like, I didn't want to lose the job that I had, because it was like I was making a good amount of money, like to where I could really support myself and somebody else if I had to. So it was just like kind of like a punch in the gut. Like, damn, like, what's next? Like, what's going to happen next for me? Because I don't even know what's going to happen next, and I'm still trying to figure that out, right? Shout out to Juice, because I was talking to Juice about it, and Juice was like, hey, he was like, I've been through the same situation. So he was able to, kind of help me in the right way. Shout out to my best friend, Antoine. We had talked on the phone for about like 3 hours, like the other day or something like that. And we was just talking about it. He was like, what's your next steps? Because I was like, I just don't want to be, everybody else is gone. My little brother left. The middle brother left. I want to leave too. Like, I want to be gone too. I want to leave just like everybody else want to leave, It's just, I know when I leave, I can't come back. So I want to make sure I have everything, set. I want to make sure I have everything set. And that's what I be trying to tell my parents. Like, obviously, when I broke up with my last girlfriend and didn't move, that kind of, I don't want to say that set everything back, but that was a plan. That was my plan for me to move. So now I have to do this on my own, which is cool, which is fine. Because as a man, that's what I'm supposed to do, right? Is to do this on your own. I know a lot of people be like, oh, yeah, nah, well, stay at home for as long as you can. But I don't want to. Like, I really want my own place or something I could call mine. Because, at almost 33, being told what to do kind of sucks. And then, when my birthday right around the corner, this normally happens for the last, I want to say, 2 years almost. Like, since COVID. Like, when I turned 31, I had a good birthday. 29 was okay. And then last year was decent. But around this time is when I always go into like a semi-functional depressive state. I think this is just the first year that it happened and I didn't have a job. Normally I would have a job or be working 2 jobs. But I was working 2 jobs all throughout the pandemic, and I was working 2 jobs earlier until about like April or March, April, something like that. And then when I started making all that money at the job, I was like, yo, I don't want to go back to working 2 jobs. Like I guess like I'm being a little bit more picky because of what I'm used, because what I just came from. I don't want to go back into a toxic environment or a workplace that is not conducive to me Like, like I'm real big on protecting my energy and making sure like I actually want to work for the company instead of just trying to get a paycheck. Because when I did that before, it was I'm gonna just work here to find something better. I was stuck there for almost a year and a half. And I'm trying to make moves to where I can move out, not make moves to where I'm still stuck in the house. Like I want to get a new car. Like I want to move out. I want to have some freedom, at least something. So like I said, I would say it's a step in the right direction. I was able to pay all of August bills, have less than $1,000 in my account after that, but still was able to pay all the August bills, which is, I feel like is a great step for me because normally I wouldn't even be able to do that. I would only have like, I wouldn't really have a lot of money. So I am in a step in the right direction for me. I just don't want to be, I'm not really want to stress, but I want to find a job soon, at least so I can have some income coming in. Because business is a little slow right now with, clients and everything like that. So, like maybe I could do Uber Eats, but you ain't no way seeing my car. So that's going to take forever. Maybe Instacart, or maybe I'll reapply for Shift or something like that. But, I know I have a support system, right? But my support system is a little bit different. Like, I have people I could talk to, but I don't really have people I can go to be like, hey, can I borrow some money till I get back on my feet? Because I'm normally that friend that where I let people borrow money until they get back on their feet. And then, they don't have it to pay me back. And I'd be like, just don't worry about it till you can pay me back. But I don't really have that. Like, I don't have that to be like, hey, can I borrow some money till I get back on my feet? And as soon as I get back on my feet, I'll pay you back. Like, I don't really have that. And sometimes, like, when I go through this, I just be like, I'm tired of being a strong friend. Or I'm tired of being a friend that everybody go to. But who can I go to? Because don't nobody have it. Like, I'm saying? Don't nobody have it to where I can be like, oh, snap. I'm down bad right now. Like, can I borrow some funds just so I can kind of stay afloat? Because that's the one thing that I was really trying to set myself up for, right? Even if they're going to let us continue. Because they let us go about it was supposed to be to the end of the year, but wave 2 ended, would have been middle August, and they let us go end of July, right? So that was those 2 weeks would have been crucial because those would have been very good checks, and I would have been. I don't know if I still would have been a semi-functional depressive state if they'd have let us finish out the contract, because I wouldn't be stressing about August bills or September bills. I probably would have did a little bit of traveling, and I still would have been applying here and there, but it wouldn't have been no rush of, oh, let me just take this for now or something like that, because my bills would have been paid for, But yeah, I'm tired of being that friend. Like, I don't have no friends that I could come to really in a time of need like that. Like, they come to me, but I really can't go to them because I know they don't have it. That's why they came to me. And I don't have a lot of friends that sit there and let me hold money till I get back on my feet. Like to where it'd be like, hey, let me hold X amount of dollars. I don't know when I'm be able to get a job, but as soon as I get a job, you're going to be one of the first people I pay. Because the one thing I do is if I owe you money, I'm going to make sure I pay you back. That's the one thing I do. Because once I said, for me, it's not about the money, it's about the principle. I had to cut somebody off. I would let them, loan them $400 a year ago. Been waiting to get the money back, and they ain't get the money back. And I see that this person going on family vacations and going on trips and shit, but they owe me my money. So I just blocked them. Because at this point, I'm not about to continue to argue with you, right? I'm going to just block you. So, yeah. I don't know. I just wish. Sometimes I just wish, I just feel like sometimes it's just a repetitive cycle for me. It's like once I finally get in a groove, something happens and I get out of that groove and I just get frustrated. Because it's like, what else? Do you want? What else am I supposed to do? What else do you want from me? I can't I need to be able to get a 9 to 5 so I can continue to work for myself, right? So I could at least try to work for myself. But if I keep switching jobs left and right, like I'm tired of switching jobs left and right. I just want one job that I can be like, okay, I can rack up a ton of money, and within 2.5 years, I could be like, I'm gonna try, working for myself, or I'm gonna just maybe work a part-time job and have my business be the full-time or something. But I gotta put myself in that predicament, and it's every time I try to do something, I can't. Like, I can't. And it's very, very frustrating. It's very, very frustrating. Because I would like for things to be different. Like, a lot of people sink and they swim. And I'm not going to like sink. I'm going to definitely swim. It's just a phase that I'm going through, but it's a phase that happens every year. Like, I just wanted to be stable. Like, I knew the job wasn't going to last for long because it was a contract, but at least for them, like, all right, end of the year, if I'm making the same type of money I'm making there, I'm thinking bills paid, X amount of money in the bank, I'm good. Find something different or continue to go into the next way, which would have been out of the state, and it would have been A-okay. Like, I actually found something that I like to do, right? So I guess it's just, but getting to that industry, getting into the tech industry isn't easy. It's difficult. And I was a TDR tester, so it's definitely difficult. But I don't know. I just hope and pray that I figure something out, or that God provides me with the right resources to figure something out, because that's where, like, that's where it was at. That's definitely where the money is. And I was like, if I had one regret, I should have saved more money than I did, right? I should have saved more money than I did. But I thought we was going to go to the end of the year. So when I thought we was going to go to not the end of the year, at least till like end of August or middle August, I would have had X amount of money to replenish what I lost in my bank account. And it would have been no issue. But so I wasn't really prepared for them to let us go the way that they did. Yeah, I wasn't really prepared for that. And now it's like a lot of people are telling me, oh, apply for this, apply for that. But they're call center jobs. And I don't want to go back to working in a call center. Like, that shit is dead. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless it's paying me X amount of money and I can tolerate it, cool. But if I'm going to go back in a call center, I need at least $40K. At least. At least $40K. Like, I'm not about to go back for like $29K or 30-something K. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, slaving, having people yell at me and stuff like that. And honestly, the last place I was working at, because I was working 2 jobs, if the other place, the night job, just wasn't so damn ghetto, I would have stayed. And I would have been fine. But it was just so ghetto. Like, it was no structure. The older I get, the more structure I need. Like, I need the company to have structure. It just wasn't structured. And I was just like, I can't do this. And yeah, like, I just want stability. As I get older, stability is important. Because I realized, right, like, with making that type of money that I made, that I could provide. Like, if I was making that type of money, I could provide for me and somebody else. Easy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was making good money. And it's just like, okay, so I know I have that in me. Because a lot of people felt like, even though I knew I had it in me, a lot of people didn't feel like I did because I live at home. A lot of people don't feel like I'm going to move out. And I'm just kind of discouraged because, like, I wanted to do, so the next wave would have been in Tampa, which meant I wouldn't have been home. So it gave me a taste of kind of like being on my own from September, from like August to like the end of the year. So then that way I could have saved them enough money to where, all right, if I want to get my own place or get a roommate with somebody, I have the funds to do so. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have the funds to do so. And now it's just, I'm back at home with no real end goal in sight because I don't know what type of job I'm going to land. And I don't want to put the burden on my parents to help me because they really, like, I've really been independent for the most part since, like, the whole academic suspension thing. I just live at home, but, like, I pay my own bills. I give them rent. I don't really ask them for a lot. And with, them about to retire soon, that's a burden on their behalf. So now it's just, I'm just trying to figure out really what the next steps are. But I do, like, even though my friends can't help me out financially, like, I've been able to vent to them been able to talk to them. So that definitely helped. For sure. That definitely helped. Just because I didn't know it was happening, and then it was happening. Like once I knew it was happening was when I was trying to get a haircut, and I canceled twice. I don't never cancel twice on a haircut. Like that's not what I do. Because I don't get them that often to begin with. And that's when I was just like, damn, like I'm going through a depressive state. Like because before I wouldn't even get out of bed. So at least this one, I was getting out of bed. I was, watching TV, applying for jobs, but I wasn't leaving the house, like unless I had to. So like my mom's car messed up, and I had to take her, run her errands and stuff. But that was the only time I left the house until like that Sunday when I got a haircut. So for like a week, I left the house once, but I would still get out, shower. Like I wouldn't bring the recyclables in or none of that. And it was just, I guess some things I can't talk to my parents about. Just because like, I don't know, like if I were to tell them I'm depressed, they may just tell me like, I don't know what they would say. Because like, I don't know. I think back in their generation, like they're just used to sucking things up, but that's not necessarily me. Like I suck things up, but I need to have an outlet. So it just felt good to talk to certain people, to try to help me get over that. Like once I get a job, I'll be better. Like I have at least this time I going forward, like depending on what type of job I get, because I need something that's going to be at least $20 an hour. Like I have a game plan of what I want to do and how I want to spend my money so I can try to stack back up. Because it felt good to like have a decent amount of my savings. Yeah, that's the plan. Like even if I have to sacrifice and be broke for a little while, like that's the plan. But I don't want to be going into another job where I'm behind on bills. Because every time I go to a new job, I don't never go from one job to the other. It's always a break. So I'm always behind instead of being current, and then I can just continue to pay what I need to pay and then stack up as well. Because when you're behind, it's a lot. It's a lot to get from up under that. Like it's a lot to get up from under that. And I just be wanting to make sure that I be having I just be taking care of myself, because ain't nobody else gonna do it but me. Like I know my parents want me out, and I want to be out. It's not that like I don't want to be out. I just inflation's crazy right now, so I can't really afford it. And then with me going from job to job, I can't really afford it. Like even after I broke up with my ex last year, I had a plan to move out, but my day job was like, "Hey, we're closing down in January." And I promise you, I would have still been there. If they would have never shut down, I probably would have still been there. And I just would have found a different night job, because I liked my night job from before, but I just couldn't handle the production. So I don't know. I guess I don't really doubt a lot, but it's doubt in my mind this time. Because normally I don't stress, feel like, gotta make a way. But I think this is the first time where it's like some doubt in my mind, because normally I get some type of leads and I ain't been getting nothing. And it's like almost September, and bills about to start rolling in again. And it's like, just be like, damn, it's just me. Like, I know the only person I could really rely on if I needed some money would probably be one of my two brothers. But I don't want to sit there and be like, hey, can I borrow this, and don't know when I could pay you back, because I'm not like that. Like, if I borrow something, I want to be like, I could pay you back in 2 weeks or something like that. But to not know, yeah, that's kind of risky. But that's it. I guess that's kind of why I ain't been really dropping content, or not dropping it consistently, dropping it every 2 weeks, just because I've been in a semi-functional depressive state for this last month. I mean, yeah, I've been dropping for Baby Daddy Chronicles, but those are already done, so it's just they're already scheduled as opposed to this being new. So yeah, I'm assuming that's what it was. Like I said, I'm still in a better state now. I still think about it, but I'm out. I'm going to haircuts. I'm going to see people. I'm going to clients' house and recording. So I'm in a better space. Like I know if I really need to talk to my friends, I could. Sometimes I just wish I had more, financial support to where it could be like, hey, you're down right now. Hold this. When you get back on your feet, pay me back. That's something I would do for my friends, but my friends just don't. I guess because I live at home, like my income is a little bit more disposable than most people's. Because rent's expensive. Rent's expensive as shit. So most people ain't got the income that they used to make that type of money. So yeah, but that's all, man. I'm not gonna keep y'all long. I just wanted to vent. Thank y'all for listening. Excuse me. As you see, I'm doing video. I still have a bunch of old episodes that I have to do. So if you don't see me dropping video every week, it's because I still got. I have a whole bunch of old episodes still got to release. So if you see me like not dropping video every week for both, it's because of that. So be on the lookout for that. My business page, Average Joe Media LLC. That like I'm gonna be posting more clips on there from everybody's podcast, like video wise. That's where those will go. So like I have some video stuff already done for Average Joe, for Thoughts of an Average Joe, but I still have a lot of old episodes that don't have video. So those will just be audio. And then when you see the video, there were newer episodes. And then once you start seeing video consistently, that I got rid of all the old episodes. Same thing with Baby Daddy Chronicles. But for Baby Daddy Chronicles, I think it's gonna be like the first Monday and the third Monday. I'm gonna do like visuals, like where you can see the whole episode. And I think just the second Monday and the fourth Monday, you'll just get clips. Like you'll get video, you get like reels with me talking about the episode or clips from the episode, but I won't post the full video. And then whenever I have guests on for Baby Daddy Chronicles, you'll get video for those. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. Cause this video stuff is a lot of work. It's definitely a lot of work. But if you want to start a podcast, www.theaveragejoemedia.com. Now that I'm doing video and audio, the price is going to go up because the videos it takes a while to edit. But I'm going to get you right. I'm going to get you pristine. You already know how clear we sound, how clear the video is and how clean the video is. So come ride with your boy, www.theaveragejoemedia.com. Update the prices on the website. I'm going to get you right, as you already know.
This is an Average Joe Media production.
And if anybody is going through semi-functional depression, reach out to your friends. I know I need to go back to therapy. I haven't gone in about like a month or so, but I need to go back because that definitely helped. But yeah, reach out to your friends if you can't, if you can't afford therapy. Reach out to your friends, reach out to your support system, and so they can try to keep you upbeat and keep you from falling into it. Because once you fall into it, it's very hard to get out of it. And I think that's what I've been going through. Like it's very hard for me to get out of it now that I'm in it. So it took a lot for me to get out of it. Like even when I think Juice was here like the past week and a half or something like that, I was in a semi-depressive state then. I was just able to mask it better because, me and Juice was recording with Tyler. Me and Juice was recording, you know what I'm saying? Me and Juice went bowling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was able to do stuff, but I was still like in a depressive state. But I was able to mask it better. But I think that after like he left and it really just hit me like, yo, I ain't got no job. And I think what also goes into it is that I be bored. Like, I don't have no job. So if I don't have no job, as much as I hate working for people, I have to be productive. If I'm not productive, then I go into a semi-depressive state because I get bored and then I fall asleep and I just eat ice cream and I play video games and then I may do a podcast here and there. But that's it. So like I have to be productive. I have to have some type of income coming in and I should be all right. I know they say money don't, money doesn't buy happiness. Money doesn't buy love, but money definitely buys happiness. I don't care what you say. Because if I had $1 million in my bank account, I'd be happy as hell right now. I may not be in love. Money doesn't buy love, but money buys happiness. That's my thoughts on that. But yeah, all right, I'm done now, man. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank y'all for listening. thank y'all for all the words of encouragement. I'll be right soon. Hopefully I'll be working again and I'll just be back to my normal self. I love y'all, appreciate y'all, man. You know I can't do none of this without y'all, man. Philippians 4:13, man. I'm gonna see y'all next week, man. It's your favorite Average Joe signing off. Peace.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a different kind of city when you live it right. All different opinions, can you choose a side? Come together for the better. Change can only start from the thoughts of an average Joe.